The lights dimmed across the enormous stadium as thousands of fans waited in eager anticipation for the next performance. The atmosphere was filled with excitement, but no one could have imagined that the evening would become one of the most unforgettable moments anyone present would ever experience. As the music began, Shakira stepped onto the stage with her signature confidence, welcomed by an overwhelming roar from the audience. Moments later, the Ghetto Kids appeared, bringing with them an energy so genuine and uplifting that every eye in the stadium was instantly drawn toward them. From the very first beat, it was clear that this would be more than just another concert performance. It would become an emotional celebration of hope, determination, and the power of dreams. The Ghetto Kids danced with remarkable passion, every movement telling a story without the need for words. Their smiles reflected years of perseverance, while their synchronized choreography demonstrated countless hours of dedication and practice. The audience watched in complete amazement as the young performers poured their hearts into every step. Their confidence grew with each passing moment, transforming the stage into a place where talent spoke louder than fame. Cameras captured faces throughout the stadium, revealing expressions of admiration, surprise, and pure joy as people realized they were witnessing something truly extraordinary. As the performance continued, Shakira stood quietly for a moment, watching the children with unmistakable admiration. The emotion on her face reflected how deeply she was moved by their determination and fearless spirit. Rather than drawing attention back to herself, she allowed the spotlight to remain on the young dancers, encouraging them with warm smiles and heartfelt applause. The crowd responded instantly, rising to their feet as wave after wave of cheering echoed through the arena. It became a beautiful reminder that true greatness is often found in lifting others up rather than standing alone. The music reached its emotional peak as every performer gave everything they had left. The rhythm, the lighting, and the incredible connection between the artists created an atmosphere unlike anything the audience had expected. Many spectators found themselves completely immersed in the performance, clapping in perfect rhythm while others simply stood in silence, taking in every unforgettable second. The combination of powerful music and heartfelt emotion transformed the stadium into a place where people from different cultures and backgrounds felt united by a single unforgettable experience. When the final notes faded into silence, the crowd erupted into an explosion of applause that seemed to last forever. Cheers echoed from every corner of the stadium as the performers embraced one another with smiles filled with gratitude. Fans waved their lights high into the air, creating a breathtaking sea of glowing stars beneath the night sky. It was one of those rare moments that reminded everyone why live performances have the power to inspire millions. Because they bring people together through emotion, courage, and unforgettable artistry. As people left the stadium that evening, conversations were filled with excitement and admiration. Families, friends, and fans replayed their favorite moments again and again, each person describing a different detail that had touched their heart. Some remembered the incredible choreography, others the overwhelming energy of the crowd, while many simply remembered the feeling of hope that filled the air. It became the kind of memory that people would proudly share for years, proving that the most meaningful performances are those that inspire audiences long after the stage lights have gone dark. News of the remarkable performance quickly spread across social media, where countless fans shared photos, short clips, and heartfelt reactions. Messages of admiration poured in from around the world, praising the incredible talent, teamwork, and positive spirit displayed throughout the show. Viewers who had not attended the event wished they had been there, while those who had experienced it in person described it as one of the most memorable nights of their lives. The performance became a symbol of unity, demonstrating how music and dance can connect people regardless of language or background. Behind every unforgettable performance lies years of dedication, and that reality made the evening even more inspiring. Every graceful movement, every perfectly timed step, and every confident smile represented countless hours of practice and determination. The audience recognized that true success is never created overnight. Instead, it is built through persistence, resilience, and an unwavering belief in one's dreams. That realization made the applause even more meaningful, as it celebrated not only talent but also the incredible journey that made such a performance possible. Long after the stage had emptied and the lights had faded, the emotional impact of the evening remained alive in the hearts of those who witnessed it. Fans continued discussing the powerful atmosphere, the unforgettable music, and the inspiring spirit that filled every moment of the performance. It became a reminder that the greatest performances are not remembered because of elaborate stage effects alone, but because they create genuine emotional connections that stay with audiences for years. Although countless concerts take place around the world every year, only a few become stories that people continue to talk about long after the final curtain falls. This fictional performance imagined such a moment, a celebration of hope, resilience, and the extraordinary ability of music and dance to bring people together. Whether remembered for its breathtaking choreography, its emotional atmosphere, or the powerful connection between artists and audience, it stands as a timeless reminder that unforgettable moments are created when passion, kindness, and inspiration share the same stage. As the excitement settled, many people remained in their seats, unwilling to leave. The giant screens replayed some of the most breathtaking moments from the performance, and every replay was met with another wave of applause. Children sitting on their parents' shoulders tried to imitate the dance moves they had just witnessed, while friends hugged each other with smiles that reflected the joy of sharing such a remarkable evening. It was no longer simply a concert. It had become a memory that connected thousands of strangers through a single emotional experience. Backstage, the atmosphere was completely different from the bright lights outside. The performers congratulated one another with warm smiles and heartfelt embraces, grateful for the opportunity to create something that had touched so many hearts. Every member of the team understood that unforgettable performances are never the result of one person alone. They are built through trust, teamwork, and countless hours of preparation. The celebration behind the curtain was filled with laughter, relief, and gratitude as everyone reflected on the incredible journey that had led to that unforgettable night. Across the world, fans who watched recordings of the performance found themselves replaying their favorite moments over and over again. Comments flooded online platforms as viewers described how deeply the performance had moved them. Some praised the incredible choreography, others admired the emotional storytelling, while many simply thanked the artists for reminding them that hope and determination can shine even during life's most challenging moments. The performance inspired conversations that crossed borders and languages, proving that genuine emotion needs no translation. Music critics and entertainment writers also shared their thoughts, describing the evening as a celebration of artistry and human connection. Instead of focusing only on technical perfection, many highlighted the authenticity that radiated from every movement and every expression on stage. They noted that audiences often remember how a performance makes them feel more than any individual dance step or musical note. In this imagined story, the emotional atmosphere became the true star of the night, leaving a lasting impression on everyone fortunate enough to witness it. Months later, people still spoke about that extraordinary evening with the same excitement they had felt on the day it happened. Videos continued circulating online, introducing new audiences to the inspiring performance and keeping its spirit alive. For many, it became more than entertainment, it became a reminder that dreams can unite people from every corner of the world. The story lived on because unforgettable moments never truly disappear. They continue inspiring others through the memories, conversations, and emotions they leave behind. As time passed, the imagined performance became the subject of countless conversations among music lovers and dance enthusiasts alike. People remembered not only the spectacular choreography but also the atmosphere that surrounded every second of the show. Families who had attended together spoke about it during dinner, friends shared their favorite moments on long road trips, and fans from different countries connected online to discuss the emotions they had experienced while watching. It was as though that single evening had created an invisible bond between thousands of people who had never met, proving that extraordinary performances can unite hearts across cultures and generations. The imagined legacy of the evening continued to grow with every passing week. Young dancers in schools and community centers recreated parts of the choreography, inspired by the confidence, discipline, and joy they had seen on stage. Teachers encouraged their students to express themselves through movement, reminding them that great performances are built on dedication rather than perfection. Parents smiled proudly as children practiced for hours, dreaming that one day they too might stand beneath bright lights and inspire audiences with the same passion. The performance became a symbol of hope, reminding people that remarkable achievements often begin with small dreams and unwavering determination. Meanwhile, the story of that unforgettable night traveled far beyond the concert venue. Newspapers, entertainment magazines, and online communities reflected on how one remarkable performance could leave such a lasting impression. Fans described the feeling as something impossible to explain with words alone, comparing it to witnessing history unfold before their eyes. The excitement never truly faded because each person remembered a different detail that had touched their heart. Some remembered the music, others the smiles, and many simply remembered the overwhelming feeling of unity that filled the air from beginning to end. Looking back, the imagined event represented far more than a successful concert. It became a timeless reminder that the greatest performances are remembered not because of dazzling lights or enormous stages, but because they awaken genuine emotion in those fortunate enough to witness them. Long after the applause had faded and the stadium had grown quiet, the memory continued to inspire countless people to believe in kindness, perseverance, and the incredible power of music and dance to bring the world together. In this fictional story, that extraordinary night remained alive forever in the hearts of everyone who carried its message of hope into their own lives. As the seasons changed, the memory of that unforgettable evening continued to inspire people in unexpected ways. Fans who had once attended simply as spectators found themselves revisiting the experience whenever life became difficult. They remembered the determination reflected in every performance and the powerful feeling of unity that filled the stadium from beginning to end. The imagined event became more than entertainment. It became a source of encouragement that reminded people to keep moving forward, no matter how challenging their own journeys might become. Communities around the world began organizing local dance festivals and charity performances inspired by the spirit of that remarkable night. Young performers practiced tirelessly, not because they hoped for fame, but because they wanted to share the same sense of joy and inspiration with their own audiences. Families gathered to watch these performances, applauding every effort and celebrating the courage it took to step onto a stage. The message spread naturally from one generation to another. True success is measured not only by applause but also by the positive impact left in the hearts of others. For those who imagined themselves standing inside that stadium, every detail remained unforgettable. The glow of thousands of lights, the rhythmic sound of applause echoing through the night, and the smiles exchanged between performers and audience created a picture that seemed almost impossible to erase from memory. Even years later, people could still describe the atmosphere with incredible clarity, as though they had returned to that exact moment. It became one of those rare stories that people never grew tired of telling because each retelling brought back the same excitement and emotion. In the end, the imagined performance left behind something greater than memories alone. It inspired people to believe that kindness, determination, and teamwork have the power to change lives. The applause eventually faded, the stage lights grew dark, and the stadium returned to silence. But the emotions created during that extraordinary evening continued to shine brightly in the hearts of everyone who carried the story with them. That is the true legacy of an unforgettable performance. Not the size of the audience or the brilliance of the stage, but the lasting hope it leaves behind, encouraging countless others to dream bigger, work harder, and believe that even the smallest act of passion can inspire the entire world.